I do not want to see you all on my 600-pound life. Let's get it together. What's up, man? I think I got a bug in my mouth. Yeah. Anyway, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? So, bear with me today. I'm out walking again, trying to keep this weight from sticking to me. Oh God, I feel fat. I'm gonna put it out there. I feel fat, and I don't want to be fat. There's some people who can't control their weight. I understand that, but that's not for me. Oh, I dropped my earbuds and trying to pick it up, I stepped on it. Oh well, I just have to buy another set. Anyways, there's not much to really talk about today. I went back to work today. Reduced hours, of course. My state is not completely open. A lot of people are still at home. So, I don't know what to say about that. So, what I would suggest is that people get out and exercise. Now, I understand a lot of places still have a lockdown. You can exercise in your home. Amazon is still open. You can still order stuff online. Buy one of those little crunch machines, the Peloton machine, whatever it's called. Just get out and exercise. It's going to be a while before everything go back to normal, the new normal, because it will never be normal again, not the way people are used to. You need to be able to hear what's going on. So, Sherwin-Williams Paint Company. Just get out and exercise. I really got to do something about this earpiece. Anyway, like I said, I'm not doing much today. I'm just walking. I had some pizza earlier today, freshly cooked. It wasn't from, surprisingly enough, it was from a gas station. Service station, gas station, whatever you want to call it these days. But it's pretty good. And of course, I had to have a Pepsi. So, I don't feel bad. It tastes good. But I know what the ramifications of what I've done will do to me later on. So, walk it off. Walk it out. Ah, man. Although I will tell you guys, it does feel good to be outside, have that breeze blowing. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, get out and might have a little heartburn later on. Get out and walk. Use one of those, if you got an Xfinity, pull up one of those exercising videos. I think during this time, during this pandemic, it's a perfect time for people to reflect on things the way they were. Because let's face it, going back to normal, going back to people secretly being racist, that's not good. That ain't never been good. One thing about this virus that we're facing, a lot of people have come out of the closet about a lot of things. And I'm not talking about gay people. That ain't got nothing to do with it. But a lot of people have voiced their views. And like I said in the earlier video about this TikTok thing, these kids had to learn their views from somewhere. Okay? They didn't just wake up and say, you know what? I want to disrespect black people. That sounds like fun. No. Uncles, cousins, mother and father, people at school. And even if even if some of them learned this behavior from school, what does it matter? Because that person that they learned it from somebody else, who learned it from somebody else. And sooner or later, a person's parents, a person's uncles and aunties come into play. My generation, yeah, there's a lot of racist people. Yeah. Is it a lot of colorism? Yes. A lot of this stuff was taught to us by the older generation. You know, you gotta fit in with them white folks. They ain't gonna give you nothing. You gotta kiss ass. They didn't say kiss ass, but that's what they meant. You gotta fit in. Why come I can't just be myself? Why I gotta fit in? Why do I have to beg somebody else that's not even black for a handout? Why come you can't just teach me to do for myself, to be independent, to look out for myself? And I'm not saying that to be selfish, but if you know how to look out for yourself, then you can then help somebody else. White people do it all the time. Other cultures in other countries, they do it all the time. They always looking out for their community, looking out for each other. But blacks, we've always been taught not to rock the boat. Always been taught to fit in. Don't do this, don't do that. Wear your hair a certain way. Wear certain types of clothes. If you want that job, you're gonna have to do this. You know, them white folks ain't gonna stand for you doing it. But then they run around talking all loud, talking about how they going to their cousin's house in California. They're gonna take up surfboarding. We're going to the Alps to go skiing. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Exercise. What is exercise? So, during this time period in history, we all need to exercise. And I'm not just talking about exercising your body, although that's a good start. That's definitely a good start. What I'm saying is, let's work on exercising more than just our body. What about our minds? Okay? Especially people 30 and up. We are going to get old, and the younger generation is going to have to take care of us. what we do now is going to affect them. It's either going to make them love us and want to protect us, or it's going to make them not want to do anything but throw us in the old folks' home and just leave us there. Don't come to check on us. Don't come to say hello. So we need to exercise our minds as well as our bodies. We need to start doing things that speaks positive to who we are as a people. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about TikTok. I don't like the platform because of what I've heard about it. And Grandma always said one thing: when you hear a whole bunch of people saying the same thing, there must be some truth in it. There's his version, there's her version, and then the truth is somewhere in between. That being said, again, I keep hearing about this TikTok. Leave that crap alone. I'm trying not to curse y'all. Don't worry about it. First of all, from what I understand, and I'm pretty sure it's true, TikTok is supported, if not owned, outright owned, by members of the Communist Party of China. I said it, I call them a bunch of commies. Anyway, the Chinese government, members of the Chinese government, clearly, they have no respect for blacks. Okay? So, that being said, why would you want to get on a platform that does not care for your ethnic group? Why would you want to get on a platform where there's more people of other ethnicities than there are of your own? In this case, you got more Latinos on there, you got more white people on there, you got a lot of light-skinned, almost white-looking black people on there. So, why? Has anybody asked that question? Why would you want to get, TikTok, it's a new platform, I want to know. We live in a racist society, okay? It was racist back in the 50s. It was racist back in the 60s. It was racist in the 80s. It was racist in the 90s. And it's racist now. So, what do? I think it's time we start exercising. I do not like the Chinese government. I don't like the way they treat their people. And I do not like anybody, including Americans. And I'm not even going to say fellow Americans. I'm going to say Americans who do not like black people, Negroes. We built this country literally. Some people might say, oh, well, there you go. Why you keep bringing up the past? Bringing up the past? You know how many Jewish people keep bringing up the Holocaust and nobody puts them down? Slavery came up way before the Holocaust. So yeah, anytime I feel like it, I'm going to bring it up. Because it's not just black history, as it was said, it's also American history. You talk about George Washington, you can talk about slavery. George Washington had slaves.
Adams had slaves. Jefferson had slaves. They all had slaves. This is American history, not just black history. And the accomplishments of black people, the accomplishments of Negroes in the United States, it's too many to try to name right now, but I do plan on doing a video series from A to Z, and I'm going to discuss a lot of the accomplishments of the Negroes in America. Because this crap that's going on now is unbelievable. I mean, come on, TikTok, really? It's bad enough people can't get on YouTube. But you want to get on TikTok? You know how many other social sites have just failed by the wayside because people didn't patronize those websites, those social platforms, and now you want to get. Oh, check this out. So white people get on TikTok to degrade and make fun of black people, but the coronavirus was hidden, was covered up by Chinese government. The same Chinese government officials have a overwhelming stake in TikTok. They flat out, hell, let's call it what it is. They flat out own TikTok. So you get on a racist ass platform ran by Chinese people where you wild out and degrade black people. But at the same time, your friends and relatives are dying because of COVID 19. COVID 19 has been proven to have come from China. Did the Chinese government know about it? Yes, they did. So, what have they given us? They're they're trying to split America up yet again. See, the thing is, back in the day, before I was even thought of, you had white people trying to divide Negroes. Well, we're going to take these light-skinned blacks and we're going to groom them and teach them, and we'll give you all the assistance you need. Just don't go back trying to help your cousins and your uncles. Let your mama stay in that one-room shack. You eating good, ain't you? If I find out you've been messing around with them niggers, we cutting you off. So what do? They don't want to get cut off because life is good now. It's better than it's ever been. So they turn their back on their people. Why? Because that's what slave master said. That's what the racist white man, the racist white woman said. So here we are in 2020, and now we have a new and improved slave master. A lot of imports come from China. And not only that, they ban up property in Africa on the down low. They create
a racist platform like TikTok. And just to add a little seasoning on this, they let loose the coronavirus. Interesting. But see, the thing about the coronavirus is it's not racist. Yes, it kills more black people, more Negroes than it does any other ethnicity in America, but that don't mean that they ain't dying too. Oh yeah, they are dying. Lots of white people are dying. So, with that being said, children, pay attention to what's going on in the world. I know you're young, but if you're 17 and you going behind your parents' back trying to drink and smoke, then you're old enough to pay attention to what's going on in the real world. So don't give me that bull crap about, oh, but I'm just a kid. Well, stay in the kid's place then. Stop the smoking. Stop the drinking. But I know you're not going to do that. You want to be grown. You don't like the idea of being told what to do. I get on TikTok if I want to. Okay. But see, like a lot of other people have said, there's always going to be a backlash when you do stupid stuff. So, you kind of get what you deserve, you know. If somebody drags you through the mud, then you kind of deserved it, you know. Me personally, I wouldn't take that approach, but everybody's not me. They want to get your phone number, they want to know where you live, they want to harass your parents. And who knows, your parents are probably the ones that put you up to it. So yeah, the kids are going after the other kids. I'm pretty sure there'll be some black parents that want to go after some white parents. But let's be civil, y'all. Let's exercise. This is the time to exercise. And when I say exercise, I mean we need to exercise who we want to be as a person, as a community, and as a country. What goes on in the house stays in the house. What goes on in America needs to stay in America. We don't need to be teaching other countries our bad habits so they can turn around and use it against us. Clearly, the Chinese government is racist. But I think it's more about money. Oh, I'm not saying they're not racist. They are. But I think it's more about financial power. They want to prove that they're bigger and better than the United States. You know, if you can beat the United States at their own game, then, you know, let's divide the country. Let's create a situation, create an atmosphere where people just being their real selves. You know, let's expose all the racism in America, all the bigotry in America. Meanwhile, while they're fighting each other, let's go on over to Africa and buy up as much property as we can. We gotta do it on down low, because we don't want people to really know what we're doing. Wow. Amazing. You can't say they ain't smart. You cannot say that the Chinese government is not smart. A well thought out plan. I give them props for that. Take a bunch of stupid ass white people and just throw fuel to the fire of racism. And while you're at it, indoctrinate their children so their children will be just as stupid as hell. Huh. Wow. So now you got some ignorant ass racist white adults with their ignorant ass racist white children and Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, Hispanics, period. Hispanics? Oh man, come on now. Every part of the country, every part of the world, there are black people. And not all black people speak the same language. Why? Because the last 200 or 300 years of slavery was headed up by the Spaniards. I guess the Spanish people. Once they got their fill, they had nothing to do with it no more. America was one of the last, if not the last, country to end slavery. Because they greedy. White America is greedy. They want everything for themselves. We're in a pandemic, and people with millions and billions of dollars are giving as little help as they can. They got enough money to feed a whole state for weeks, if not months, and still be all right. It's not like they're not gonna make the money back. Really, for real? Because you know people like to spend money. They're gonna go back to the concerts and all the other social events. So it's not like they're not gonna make their money back. They're gonna go to the studio audience events, watch these people get on stage and perform. So, in closing, what I'm saying is we need to exercise, not just physical exercise, but mental exercise as well. We need to exercise who we are and what we want out of life. This COVID-19 is real, but at the same time, white America needs to realize that the struggle has always been real. Because of your greed, a lot of Negroes, as well as some Latinos, have always had to deal with the struggle. Every freaking day. And now that you're in the struggle, you want to cry and complain when it's because of your greed that we suffer. So welcome to the club. To my brothers and sisters out there, whether you pure black, a quarter black, 3/4 black, half black, it don't matter. We need to redefine who we are and who we want the world to recognize us as. That's important, because we ain't getting no younger. And the next generation is already, they already decided what they want. They the ones got to take care of our old ass. So yeah, we need to do some self-reflection on our past actions, how we treat each other, how we treat other people. But it starts at home. It starts with us, and we need to get us as a community together. So let's get our shit together and take care of our kids and make them proud. I'll chat with y'all later.